What if I told you that something as simple as 1 spoonful before bed could make a noticeable difference in your circulation by the next morning? That it could relax your arteries, lower your blood pressure, and even help you wake up with more energy, all without changing your entire diet or adding another prescription pill. Sounds unbelievable, right? But here's what most people over 60 never hear from their doctor. The hours between bedtime and early morning are when your cardiovascular system is most vulnerable. For many seniors, blood pressure spikes happen during the night or just before dawn. This is known as the morning surge, and it's one of the top silent triggers for strokes and heart attacks. Now here's the twist. New research reveals that what you eat before bed can actually help prevent this. Certain ingredients can support nitric oxide production, relax your blood vessels, and help your heart work more efficiently while you sleep. In other words, your bedtime nutrition might be one of the most overlooked tools for improving heart health. As we age, our blood vessels naturally become stiffer. Arteries respond less to internal signals that tell them to relax, and our bodies produce less nitric oxide, which is essential for keeping blood vessels open and flexible. The result is slower circulation, increased pressure, and more strain on your heart, especially during the night, when your body is supposed to be healing and restoring itself. But the good news is, there's something you can do about it. Certain natural ingredients, taken as just 1 spoonful before bed, have been shown in clinical studies to support better circulation, reduce inflammation in artery walls, and promote more restful sleep. Many of these ingredients are already in your kitchen. They're easy to use, safe for most people, and surprisingly powerful. In this video, you'll discover 10 science-backed ingredients that can be taken before bed to support healthy blood pressure and circulation. Some are juices, others are pastes, extracts, or syrups, but each one is backed by real evidence. And yes, we'll save the most powerful one for last. You'll also learn the best time to take them, how to prepare them correctly, and how to avoid common mistakes that may block their effects. If you've been struggling with high blood pressure, poor circulation, or restless sleep, stay with me, because this might be one of the simplest and most effective changes you ever try. Let's begin with number 1, beetroot. Let's start with one of the most powerful natural ingredients for circulation and pressure control, beetroot. You've probably seen it in salads or juices. But what you may not know is that beetroot is packed with natural nitrates, and these nitrates are key. Here's what happens. When you consume beetroot, your body converts those nitrates into nitric oxide. This is a signaling molecule that tells your blood vessels to relax and expand. The result is improved blood flow, lower resistance, and a drop in blood pressure. This isn't just theory. Multiple clinical studies back it up. In one trial, published in the journal Hypertension, older adults who drank concentrated beetroot juice experienced a significant drop in both systolic and diastolic pressure within just a few hours. And when they kept drinking it daily, the effect continued. That's right, no waiting weeks or months. Beetroot can start working within a single day. Nitric oxide from beetroot also increases oxygen delivery to muscles and organs. That means your brain, heart, and limbs get more of what they need. Especially important as we age and circulation naturally declines. Beetroot also improves something called endothelial function. That's the health of the inner lining of your blood vessels. When the endothelium works better, blood flows more smoothly and your risk of clotting and pressure spikes goes down. Now here's how to take it. The easiest method is a tablespoon of beetroot concentrate or beet juice, about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. It should be taken on an empty stomach, ideally not combined with heavy meals or dairy, which may interfere with nitrate absorption. If you prefer powder, look for pure beetroot powder without added sugar. Mix it with a bit of warm water or take it as a spoonful paste. 1 spoon before sleep can gently open your arteries and help lower morning blood pressure. And for those who suffer from cold hands or feet, you may notice a warming sensation within minutes. But beetroot isn't the only nighttime remedy that supports your blood vessels. Next up is a dark red fruit that not only helps your heart, but also helps you sleep better. Now, let's talk about a deep red fruit that does double duty for your health. Tart cherries. You might think of them as a pie ingredient or a seasonal snack, but tart cherries especially in juice form, are one of the most effective natural remedies for both blood pressure and sleep. Here's why tart cherries are rich in compounds called anthocyanins. These are powerful antioxidants that help reduce inflammation in your blood vessels. When inflammation goes down, your arteries become more flexible, and that improves blood flow. But that's just the beginning. Tart cherry juice also improves something called endothelial function. That's the inner lining of your arteries, and it plays a major role in controlling pressure. A healthy endothelium means more nitric oxide, better dilation, and lower strain on your heart. In one study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, participants who drank tart cherry juice for just 2 weeks saw noticeable improvements in blood vessel function. Some also experienced lower systolic pressure, especially at night. And here's the bonus. Tart cherries are one of the only natural sources of melatonin, the sleep hormone. That means this juice not only supports circulation, but also helps you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. For older adults who struggle with both blood pressure and restless nights, tart cherry juice may be the perfect 2-in-1 solution. So, how should you take it? Most studies use a dose of about 1 tablespoon of concentrated tart cherry juice. That's not a full glass, just a spoonful. Take it 30 to 60 minutes before bed, and make sure it's unsweetened and pure. You can also use tart cherry extract, but the juice form has the added benefit of hydration and easier absorption. Some people like to mix it with warm water, or combine it with a spoon of honey, which we'll talk about later. Now, if you're on blood pressure medication or sleep aids, talk to your doctor first. Tart cherry juice can enhance the effect of both, but for most people, this little red fruit offers a gentle, natural way to calm your body, relax your vessels, and prepare for deep, healthy sleep. Still, there's another ingredient that goes even further, one that has been used for centuries to soften arteries and boost circulation almost instantly. Let's move on to number 3, garlic. Now we turn to one of the oldest and most respected remedies in natural medicine. It's not just for flavor. Garlic contains a powerful compound called allicin, and allicin is a game changer when it comes to your heart and blood vessels. Here's what makes it special. Allicin has been shown to relax the smooth muscles inside your blood vessels. That means it helps those vessels widen, reducing resistance and allowing blood to flow more easily. The result is lower blood pressure and better circulation, especially to the brain and extremities. In a double-blind clinical trial published in the Journal of Nutrition, people who took aged garlic extract for 12 weeks saw significant reductions in both systolic and diastolic blood pressure, and the effects were even stronger in older adults with existing hypertension. But garlic doesn't just relax blood vessels. It also reduces something called arterial stiffness. As we age, our arteries tend to become rigid. That rigidity puts extra pressure on the heart, forcing it to work harder with every beat. Garlic helps reverse that by lowering oxidative stress and supporting nitric oxide availability. Garlic keeps your vessels soft and responsive to key traits for long-term heart health. So how do you take it? The best form for nighttime use is garlic paste or aged garlic extract. You can crush a fresh clove and mix it with a spoon of honey or warm water, or use a spoonful of pre-made garlic paste, ideally raw and without preservatives. Take it about 30 minutes before sleep. The honey helps soften the flavor and adds its own circulation benefits, which we'll talk about later. If the taste is too strong, you can use odorless aged garlic extract, which is more concentrated and easier on the stomach. A spoonful of garlic before bed may also help reduce cholesterol levels, lower triglycerides, and improve overall vascular tone, especially when taken consistently. Just one word of caution. If you're on blood thinners, garlic can increase their effect. So speak with your doctor before adding large amounts of garlic to your nightly routine. Still, for most people, this ancient bulb is one of the simplest and most powerful natural tools for better blood flow and healthier pressure, even while you sleep. But the next ingredient takes it in a slightly different direction. It doesn't just relax your arteries, it also helps control blood sugar and insulin, which play a bigger role in blood pressure than most people realize. Let's talk about apple cider vinegar. Next on our list is something many people already have in their kitchen. It's been used for generations as a digestive aid, But recent research shows it may also support heart health and blood pressure in surprising ways. So what makes apple cider vinegar effective? It starts with its ability to regulate insulin. When you eat a high-carb meal, your blood sugar rises. This triggers the release of insulin, which helps move sugar into your cells. But too much insulin too often can cause your blood vessels to become tense and less flexible. That tension leads to higher blood pressure over time. Apple cider vinegar helps slow the absorption of sugar in your bloodstream. That means smaller insulin spikes and less strain on your arteries. In one study published in the journal Bioscience, Biotechnology, and Biochemistry, daily vinegar intake led to reductions in blood pressure and body weight in adults with high cholesterol. But that's not all. Apple cider vinegar also ROVEs, nitric oxide bioavailability. This means your body can produce more of the compound responsible for relaxing and opening blood vessels. It also has mild diuretic effects, helping the body excrete excess sodium, which is another key factor in blood pressure regulation. Now, how should you take it before bed? The ideal amount is 1 tablespoon of raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar mixed with warm water. You can also add a teaspoon of dark honey to soften the flavor and add extra antioxidants. Take this about 30 to 45 minutes before sleep. It's important to drink it diluted. Never take vinegar straight, as it can damage tooth enamel and irritate your throat. If you prefer a thicker consistency, you can reduce it into a syrup or combine it with other ingredients like turmeric or ginger paste, which we'll cover shortly. And here's something else to note. Apple cider vinegar may also support better digestion, especially for those who suffer from bloating or slow stomach emptying at night. A healthy gut means less inflammation, better absorption of nutrients, and more efficient cardiovascular function. That's a lot of power from one simple spoonful. But if you're taking diabetes medication or insulin, check with your doctor before using vinegar daily, as it can amplify the effect of those drugs. Now, what happens when you combine circulation support with anti-inflammatory action? The next remedy does exactly that. Let's move on to one of the most scientifically supported spices in the world, turmeric, with a little help from black pepper. Now let's explore a golden remedy that's been used for centuries in traditional medicine. You've probably heard about its benefits for joints and inflammation, but turmeric also has a direct impact on your heart and circulation, especially when taken at night. The key compound in turmeric is called curcumin, and curcumin is one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatory agents ever studied. So how does that help your blood pressure? Chronic low-grade inflammation damages the lining of your blood vessels. Over time, this leads to stiffness, narrowing, and poor responsiveness to nitric oxide. But curcumin helps reverse that. It reduces oxidative stress and inflammation inside the vascular walls, allowing your arteries to relax and dilate more easily. That means improved blood flow and less pressure on your heart. In one clinical review, published in the journal Drugs and R&D, curcumin supplementation showed modest but consistent improvements in blood pressure, endothelial function, and even arterial elasticity. But there's a catch. Curcumin by itself is not well absorbed by the body. That's where black pepper comes in. Black pepper contains a compound called piperine. When you combine turmeric with black pepper, the absorption of curcumin increases by up to 2,000%. That's the difference between a mild effect and a real impact. So here's how to use it. You can prepare a golden paste using turmeric powder, black pepper, and a healthy fat like olive oil or coconut oil. Mix 1 tablespoon of turmeric with a pinch of black pepper and just enough oil to create a smooth paste. Take 1 spoonful about 30 minutes before bed. You can eat it as is or dissolve it in warm water or almond milk. Some people also combine it with honey to make it more palatable, especially for nighttime use. Turmeric not only supports your cardiovascular system, it also has calming effects on the nervous system, which can promote deeper, more restful sleep. And when you sleep better, your body repairs more effectively, including your blood vessels and pressure regulation systems. This makes turmeric paste one of the best all-around remedies for those dealing with nighttime blood pressure spikes, inflammation, or circulation issues. But what if you want something even simpler? Something you can take straight off the spoon without mixing or cooking. That's exactly what the next ingredient offers. It's a staple of the Mediterranean diet, and one of the richest sources of heart protective compounds in nature. Let's continue with olive oil. Let's move to something incredibly simple and widely available. Used for centuries in Mediterranean cultures, olive oil is more than just a healthy fat. When taken the right way, it becomes a powerful cardiovascular ally, especially before bed. What makes olive oil so effective for circulation? The answer lies in its polyphenols. These are natural antioxidant compounds found in high-quality, extra virgin olive oil, and they do much more than protect your cells from aging. Polyphenols reduce inflammation inside blood vessels. They support the production of nitric oxide, and they help maintain the elasticity of arteries, a critical factor in preventing high blood pressure. In a study published in the American Journal of Hypertension, people who consumed olive oil daily saw improvements in arterial function and lower systolic pressure. These effects were strongest in older adults and those with existing hypertension. But olive oil works especially well when taken before bed. Why? Because during sleep, your body goes into repair mode, and that's when polyphenols are most active, reducing oxidative stress, calming inflammation, and restoring vascular flexibility. Olive oil also supports the endothelium, which is the thin inner lining of your blood vessels. A healthier endothelium means better blood flow and lower risk of clots or sudden pressure changes. So how do you take it? 1 tablespoon of high-quality, cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil, taken about 30 minutes before sleep, is enough. You can take it on its own or mix it with a small amount of lemon juice, honey, or warm water if the taste is too strong. And don't be fooled by low-cost oils that say pure or light. These are often processed and stripped of the very polyphenols that make olive oil effective. Look for dark glass bottles and check the harvest date. The fresher the oil, the more potent the benefits. Taken consistently, olive oil can help reduce nighttime blood pressure, ease circulation in the extremities, and support healthy cholesterol levels too. But we're just getting started. The next ingredient is lesser known but incredibly powerful, especially for seniors. It's been used in heart medicine for centuries and has impressive clinical backing. Let's move on to hawthorn berry extract. Now, we come to an ingredient that many people have never heard of, yet it has been used for centuries in traditional heart medicine. This small red fruit has been used in European and Chinese herbal practices to support heart function, improve circulation, and regulate blood pressure, especially in aging adults. Modern science is now confirming what traditional healers have known for generations. Hawthorn berries contain powerful flavonoids and oligomeric proteins. These compounds help improve blood flow, relax blood vessels, and protect the heart from oxidative stress. In a clinical trial published in Phytomedicine, elderly adults with stage 1 hypertension who were given hawthorn extract experienced measurable reductions in both systolic and diastolic pressure over the course of just 16 weeks. Unlike many synthetic medications, hawthorn works gradually and gently. It doesn't cause sudden drops in pressure or create a dependency. Instead, it helps the cardiovascular system regulate itself more effectively over time. One of hawthorn's biggest strengths is how it improves coronary blood flow. That's the blood that feeds your heart muscle directly. Better flow here means better heart function, more energy, and less strain, especially during the night. It also supports the nervous system by promoting parasympathetic activity. In simpler terms, it helps you relax. That's critical at bedtime, when stress hormones need to go down so your heart rate and blood pressure can naturally settle. Now, how should you take it? The easiest and most effective way is through hawthorn berry extract. Look for standardized liquid extracts or syrups that use the whole berry, not just isolated compounds. Take 1 teaspoon or tablespoon, depending on the concentration, 30 to 60 minutes before bed. You can mix it with warm water, honey, or other ingredients we've already discussed. And while hawthorn is considered safe for most people, if you are taking medications for heart rhythm or blood pressure, speak with your healthcare provider first. Hawthorn can enhance the effects of these drugs, which may require adjusting your dose taken consistently. Hawthorn may help lower nighttime blood pressure, reduce palpitations, and support overall cardiovascular tone. But our next ingredient works a little differently. It doesn't just relax your blood vessels, it also strengthens them by protecting the lining from damage and thickening weak arterial walls. Let's continue with pomegranate molasses. Our next remedy is a sweet, tangy syrup with deep roots in Middle Eastern and Mediterranean traditions. It's made by slowly reducing pomegranate juice into a thick, concentrated syrup. And while it's often used in cooking, it has remarkable health benefits when taken medicinally, especially before bed. Pomegranate is one of the richest natural sources of antioxidants. But more importantly, it contains polycollagens and ellagic acid compounds that directly support cardiovascular health. Here's how these antioxidants reduce oxidative stress in your arteries. They help protect the endothelial lining, which is the inner surface of your blood vessels. When that lining is healthy, blood flows more smoothly and your vessels remain flexible. Participants who consumed pomegranate extract daily experienced improved endothelial function and reduced carotid artery thickness, both key markers of heart health. And here's something even more important for older adults. Pomegranate molasses has been shown to support nitric oxide production while simultaneously reducing levels of angiotensin-converting enzyme, or ACE. That's the same enzyme targeted by certain blood pressure medications. In simpler terms, it relaxes your arteries and reduces pressure naturally. So how do you use it? 1 tablespoon of pomegranate molasses taken about 30 minutes before bed is enough. Look for products made with 100% pomegranate, no added sugars, and no preservatives. You can take it straight, mix it with warm water, or combine it with olive oil or turmeric paste for a more powerful nighttime remedy. It's sweet and tangy, so most people find it pleasant to take, and it doubles as a natural digestive aid as well. If you don't have molasses, a tablespoon of pure pomegranate juice concentrate is a good alternative, though it may not be as potent over time. Pomegranate molasses can support healthier blood pressure patterns, reduce inflammation in the arteries, and help strengthen the walls of blood vessels, which is especially helpful for seniors with weak or damaged vessels. But we're not done yet. The next ingredient not only supports circulation and pressure, but also improves sleep quality and reduces nighttime inflammation. Let's move on to one of nature's most ancient and powerful sweeteners, dark honey. Let's talk about one of the oldest natural remedies in human history. But not just any honey. When it comes to circulation and blood pressure, dark honey, especially varieties like buckwheat or manuka, offers unique benefits that go far beyond sweetness. Dark honey is richer in antioxidants than lighter types. It contains phenolic acids and flavonoids that help reduce inflammation and oxidative stress in the blood vessels. And this matters because inflammation inside the arteries is one of the root causes of high blood pressure. In a study published in the journal Oxidative Medicine and Cellular Longevity, dark honey was shown to significantly reduce markers of oxidative stress and inflammation in both animal and human models. These effects were most noticeable during periods of rest and sleep, when the body shifts into repair mode, but honey's benefits go even further. It naturally promotes the release of nitric oxide. That means better vessel dilation, smoother blood flow, and less pressure on the heart. Honey also contains trace minerals like potassium and magnesium, which help regulate heartbeat and blood pressure balance. And here's something especially important for nighttime use. Honey improves sleep quality. It does this by supporting the release of melatonin and reducing nighttime cortisol, which is your stress hormone. Lower cortisol levels at night help your blood pressure stay low and stable while you sleep. So, how do you use it? 1 tablespoon of dark honey, taken by itself, or mixed with another ingredient like garlic paste, turmeric, or warm water, is ideal. Take it 30 minutes before bed. Make sure to use raw, unfiltered honey, not processed or blended products. Buckwheat honey is particularly effective, both for heart support and for calming the nervous system. If you're watching blood sugar levels, dark honey may still be acceptable in small amounts, as it has a lower glycemic impact than refined sugars. But if you are diabetic, check with your healthcare provider first. Honey also serves as a perfect carrier for other medicinal ingredients. It helps reduce strong flavors, increases absorption, and adds soothing properties that benefit both the heart and the gut. In short, dark honey isn't just a sweet treat. It's a gentle, powerful way to support healthy circulation, ease inflammation, and encourage restful sleep, all in 1 spoon. But now we come to the final ingredient. It's warming, invigorating, and especially helpful for cold hands, feet, and sluggish circulation. Let's talk about ginger. Our final ingredient is one that brings both warmth and healing. This familiar root has been used for thousands of years to improve digestion, reduce pain, and fight inflammation. But what many people don't realize is that ginger also plays a major role in supporting healthy blood pressure and circulation, especially in the extremities. Here's how it works. Ginger contains bioactive compounds like gingerol and chagadol. These compounds have strong anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. They help calm the inner lining of your blood vessels and reduce the oxidative stress that can make arteries stiff and narrow. But more importantly, ginger stimulates circulation. In a study published in the journal Nutrition, daily ginger supplementation significantly reduced both systolic and diastolic blood pressure in middle-aged and older adults. The effects were especially strong in people with poor peripheral circulation, like cold hands and feet. Ginger also mildly thins the blood, improving flow without the side effects of synthetic blood thinners. That means your heart doesn't have to work as hard to push blood through narrowed or inflamed vessels. And at night, ginger supports the body's natural detox and repair processes. It soothes the digestive system, lowers inflammation, and can even promote mild sedation through its effects on serotonin pathways. Now, how should you take it? The ideal form is a spoonful of ginger paste or ginger syrup about 30 minutes before bed. You can make it at home by blending fresh ginger root with a bit of dark honey and warm water, or use a prepared paste with minimal additives. Some people also like to combine ginger with turmeric for a double anti-inflammatory effect. Others mix it with lemon juice or olive oil to create a warming bedtime tonic. Ginger paste can be taken directly from the spoon or stirred into a cup of warm herbal tea, and for those who struggle with cold extremities at night, ginger is one of the fastest ways to feel warmth returning to the fingers and toes. This is a clear sign of improved circulation and vascular responsiveness. A quick note of caution: if you're on blood thinners or blood pressure medication, talk to your doctor before using large amounts of ginger regularly. It can enhance the effects of those drugs and may require dose adjustments. But for most people, ginger is a safe, effective, and comforting way to support heart health, blood flow, and overall recovery during sleep. So now that you've learned all 10 ingredients, let's quickly review how to actually use them and how to choose the right one for your needs. Now that you've seen the full list of ingredients, let's talk about how to actually use them. The beauty of this nightly spoonful habit is that it's simple, flexible, and personalized. You don't need to take all 10. Just choose one or two that best match your needs and preferences. Here's how to do it the right way. First, select your ingredient based on your health goals. If you want to focus on circulation and nitric oxide, try beetroot, olive oil, or pomegranate molasses. If you're looking to calm inflammation and support vascular repair, turmeric with black pepper or ginger paste are excellent choices. If you struggle with nighttime pressure spikes and want better sleep, tart cherry juice, hawthorn extract, or dark honey might be best for you. And if you need support with digestion and blood sugar balance overnight, apple cider vinegar is a great option. Now for the timing, take your spoonful about 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime. This gives your body time to absorb the compounds and begin their effects as you wind down. It's best to take it on an empty stomach or at least 2 hours after your last full meal. This improves absorption and reduces interference from other nutrients or medications. You can take the ingredient plain, or mix it with a bit of warm water, honey, or other ingredients we discussed. The key is consistency. Do it every night for at least 1 to 2 weeks before evaluating how you feel. Some benefits are noticeable quickly, like warmer hands, deeper sleep, or morning energy, while others, like lower blood pressure or better vessel health, build up over time. A few cautions: if you're taking prescription medications for blood pressure, heart rhythm, insulin, or blood thinning, speak with your healthcare provider before starting any new routine. These ingredients are powerful and may interact with medications. Also, be sure to use high-quality sources. Raw, organic, cold-pressed, or unfiltered options are always better than processed or sweetened products. Finally, listen to your body. Everyone responds differently, and what works for one person may be less effective for another, but the principle remains the same. One spoonful, taken at the right time, with the right purpose, that's all it takes to begin shifting your blood flow, your pressure, and even the quality of your sleep. To recap, we've covered 10 natural ingredients that support circulation, lower nighttime blood pressure, and enhance recovery while you sleep. They include beetroot, tart, cherry juice, garlic paste, apple cider vinegar, turmeric with black pepper, olive oil, hawthorn berry extract, pomegranate molasses, dark honey, and ginger root paste. Each of them has scientific support. Each of them works in a unique way, and each one can be taken in a simple spoonful before bed. Try it for 1 week, track how you feel in the morning, your sleep quality, your energy, and even your pressure readings if you monitor them. You might be surprised by how much difference a small nightly habit can make. If you found this video helpful, let us know in the comments which one you'll try first. And don't forget to subscribe for more natural health strategies designed especially for people over 60. Your heart, your blood vessels, and your future self will thank you.